Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another day of PPBS. It's a BS Scrum. And we are continuing with the business analysis track. And in this track, we have covered last time information management. Hope you all remember that. Do you all remember that, what we went through last time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for your confirmation. And because you remember that, and what we need to remember in something else. The something else is that I'm going to share, that is something which is a kind of a deal between you and us, you and Guru School, and those who are undergoing this track, especially with us. So this is between you and us. And for that very reason, I'm going to share my screen. Quickly let me know once you do see them. That's that we call it as a code of honor, or say ground rules, that we require to go through one more time as a reminder. And for that very reason, I'm sharing my screen with you all. Do confirm if you all can see that. Can you all see the screen?
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Yes.
quick confirmation. You remember Agile, because Agile is the foundation over here and BA is the pillars. And that's the reason we are learning this combo track, Agile Scrum BA. And we have transitioned into uh, BA business analysis recently. We are done with 3 chapters. Before we begin the 4th one, you know that Agile is full of ceremony, and each ceremony demands you as a future Scrum Master or business analyst or product owner to show up live, be on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. Many of does not have this such practice. What we need to do then? Considering the training itself as a project and then practicing it make you habituated of out of it, and you will be able to demonstrate once you get placed. That's number one. Second is the associated universal law that says that how you do anything is how you do everything. The second code of honor that says that many of you coming from the vast experience, and still you chose to learn, and learning, choosing your learning makes you by default student. But we don't want you to be student. We want you to be what? We want you to be full stack student. Full stack students are those who do all the assignments, does self research wherever necessary, and repeat what they learn. And for that we provide you recording. The third one, while you do so and you complete what you start, automatically you hit the success. And it's quite easy to take the full responsibility of that. But once you don't do that, you had failure. We want you to take the full responsibility of that as well. Only when you take the full responsibility of even this element, there are chances you may identify the root cause behind it and may go back and correct them, and you will realize then that failure was not a failure, that became the trail to the success. And that's very reason in this track we want you to take the full responsibility of the both the element. But can you do just like that just because I am asking you to do? No. It really requires a concrete mindset that is first inspired from the Kaizen framework of lean management that says continuous improvement. And for that, you need to inculcate first the learning mindset. More learning minded you will become, you will find yourself growing more positive minded. More positive minded you will become, you will find yourself growing more complaint free. More complaint free person can perform even in stringent timeline and even the lack of resources. The more you are successful doing so, you will get soaked into more gratitude, and that leads to the happiness. Why happiness is necessary, that I'll be talking in the next code of honor, and why this is demand of the corporate. But to do so, you need to start your day with the increased level of receptivity. Increased level of receptivity, when I say, for that very reason, I have some recommendation. This is not a mandate. The recommendation is to start your day by enrolling yourself in a complimentary audio program that is a 40 minutes long audio that you can plug every single morning when you start your jog, walk, or cardio, and plug it in your ears and put it into 2x mode, listen for 30 days, and every single day you will see your each and every outcome changing and impacting positively in your life. This is just a recommendation, not a mandate. And for that very reason, if you want to really sense this progressive impact, progressive positive impact in every single activities, do DM me asking for the 30 days challenge audio program. I'll be happily sharing that with you. Why you need to DM? Because this is not the mandate. That's the reason. Just you need to request it to get it. Otherwise, it won't be open for everyone. Although even though it is complimentary, it is only based on the demand will be open for you. And the second, because we are technically growing and learning technicality, that requires a golden quadrant of learning, which I have summed up in the fourth step. And that starts with first declaration with the anchor, then taking a deep dive into the deep learning, and then draw and then summarize. You know why declaration with the anchor, which I think in the past I have mentioned that uh, in the harbor or waterfront, a tall ship requires anchor to stand tall. If you don't provide it, even at night when it is parked, you will find it swaying away and drifting away into the ocean. Likewise, we have tall ship called focus, trying to stand tall in an ocean of thoughts. If it is not anchored, it will continue to sway away. You might have witnessed your focus does not stand tall for longer, but we have to make it, since your ocean of thoughts, that's the part of body, focus is the part of body mind. Thereby we need to provide the anchor, which has to be part of body mind. So here in this case, we will provide the anchor, which will be called as body movement. And in our case, when we will declare with the anchor, that is the first step, and then we'll take a deep dive into learning. And after learning is done today, after 24 hours, you are supposed to draw whatever you have learned. And once drawing is done, that you will recall from your memory and complete it after 24 hours. Then once it is done, third step, you need to complete the fourth step that says the summarize. Summarize in a way that 4 years, even 5 years old can understand. How will you summarize? You can just shoot a quick uh, 90 seconds of video explaining what you have learned, flaunting the notes you have taken in the third step. And if you continue to do so every single day after the classes, after the session, or on the assignment day, you yourself be able to track your own progress. Even if someone is joining as a novice, how you have progressed further as an expert. Okay, where you need to submit this video of summary, that you are going to submit in the WhatsApp group itself. Why you need to submit that? Because you are going to be the customer facing entity once you get placed, because you will be switching on camera and facing the interview. All those things will be starting from there. And that's the reason you need to work this as an unsaid assignment. Okay. So because this is the fourth step, let's get started with the first step. In the first step, what will be the anchor? Anchor is nothing but it, as I said, that it is body movement, because ocean of thoughts and focus are the part of body. We will have the anchor as a body movement. And in this case, we will put the self hi-fi or the clap just now you heard. So what we are going to do is that I will say 1, 2, 3 and clap. You are going to count this 1, 2, 3 and clap. Just model me. And then after that, just repeat. I'm going to read after me. Okay. So can you all see the selected statement on the screen? Can you all see them? Please unmute and say yes if you can see them.
Yes.
Yes. So let's start together. 1, 2, 3 and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick
I'm a quick
learner.
learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
What
others
others
can
can
learn
learn
and
and
master,
master,
I too can do that.
I
I
too can
too
do
can
that.
do that.
One more time with the new statement, please. 1, 2, 3 and clap and repeat. Because I'm an awesome learner.
Because
Because
I'm
I'm
an
an
awesome
awesome
learner.
learner,
Today's learning is going to be
Today's
today's
learning
learning
is
is
going to
going
be
to be
super duper easy to me.
super duper easy
super
to me.
easy to me.
Yes, it is going to be because you said so. And those who found a little bit of awkward doing so, this is what new has come. Remember to follow the sixth code of honor, and that says that be the giver, keeping ego away on the path of learning. That makes you more spiritually grounded on the path of growth. Why it is necessary for us? We are coming from the various vast experience, and we find uneasiness to do so because we find ourselves that it's okay to learn once. It's not needed to relearn. It is not needed to unlearn. For such persons or such people or such mindset, this is necessary. So you are not here just for the training, but also to utilize the training to get placed, and not just to get placed, also to start earning. And it is said that what you want the most out of it, so you should start giving away portion out of it. And for that very reason, if you are earning, you are advised to give away 5% or 10% of your earning in the causes wherever you believe in. If you are not yet placed and not yet started earning, can you have at least intention to give away? So why you need to give away in the causes wherever you believe in? Because when you give, you grow. When you receive, you may survive. And I'm sure you are not here just for the survival, but also for the um, growth. But just don't give away for the sake of the growth, but also to inspire others. How much you can give away? 5 or 10% of your earning. In what causes you can give away? You can give away in the just a second. I'm getting various background noises. I'll have to put someone on to, yeah. So yeah. So the causes, what can be? The causes could be like mm, donating into temple, churches, mosque, or gurudwara, or wherever you believe in, or feeding hungry children, or means taking care of someone in the orphanage, or donating into old aged home. And while you are doing so, continue to appreciate what you do, what others do for you. And even what does not happen, that it is helping you to improve, continue to do so initially, because what you appreciate ultimately appreciates you back. So these are the 6 code of honor which we are going to abide by, and with this we are going to complete the track which we have started with. And these are the ground rules we are going to abide by. So are we good with this? Unmute yourself and say yes if you understand that it is needed to be followed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. And with this note, I'm quickly going to remind you on what all days we are going to remain connected. Sunday is going to be the technical session at 10 p.m. EST. Monday it is going to be again another lecture at 10 p.m. EST. Tuesday, you need to attend RRRP session, that is a reference ready resume preparation. This is why mandatory, because that enhances your visibility, that you are not here just for the training, but really to get placed. And thereby it installs the credibility amongst the marketing team, and they strengthen your marketing. That is called marketability. Okay. And for that very reason, you need to show up all the time, even though it is getting repeated. Understand, this happens on every Tuesday as well as on Thursday. Both the days you need to repeat, because then only it will strengthen your background to get placed between the RRP team, that is the reference ready resume preparation team. Wednesday, you can complete the assignment, which is said or unsaid, that I said as a golden quadrant of learning's fourth step, that you can complete from Sunday. Friday, you can complete it from the learning of Monday. Saturday, you can either choose to relax, do the research work, or repeat whatever you have learned, or prepare any question that you want the answer on the next Sunday. So this is how we are going to remain connected and follow. Hope this is a very much crystal clear to all of you. I believe this is something in this batch I am conducting for the first time. So are we good to get started, guys? Yeah,
Yes.
in the technical session. Thank you so much. So last time when we learned about something very important, which is information management, from there we need to further move, and we need to understand as a business analyst, when you are asking some question, if some company is already working, okay, you identify how they are progressing, how they are not progressing. And as a smart person, because you are working very closely to customer, you continue to suggest them. And when you suggest something, if they agree with you, they also agree to bring some improvisation into their dash. And what it is that dash? What they
Processes,
okay, could you please repeat?
business processes.
Exactly, bang on. So, can we all just unmute yourself and give a round of applause to Saroja? Because not so easy to guess the exact elements. And as I say that, yes, you all can really unmute yourself. I appreciate that. Otherwise, we are miser in a nature, and even appreciation, we take a really long time to do so. Remember the universal law that says that what you appreciate appreciates you back. So can we all go on unmute and really give a round of applause? Thank you for the right guesses. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So few of you could not unmute yourself, but yes, you are loud and clear because we can see the emojis. Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
brilliant. Thank you. Thank you, Kabi.
Thank you.
So, yep. So this is the another completion from Saroja's end when she acknowledged you all by thanking. And yes, exactly, you were right, processes. But do you know we need to design this process without telling them, okay? How we will design? We can some processes does not need to be spoken, but those need to be designed. Why? And for that very reason, I'm bringing this slide. No more writing of the processes, but you need to define that can be depicted through your design. Okay. And for that very reason, let's understand how many such processes design could be and how that can be designed. Those can be designed using business analysis model tools. Business analysis models are the name of those tools. What is the name of those tools, everyone? Unmute yourself and interact with me, please.
Business
Analysis
analysis
model tools.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for knowing it. Thank you. Yeah. So few name I am going to bring in front of you, and I would request 6 different people to read these few names. Okay. So I want 6 different people to read it one by one randomly. Go ahead. Yes.
Business analysis models, activity diagram,
mind
The next.
maps,
Yes.
Product roadmaps,
SWOT
Yes.
analysis,
Yes.
fishbone diagrams,
Yes.
process flow
process flow
diagrams,
diagrams,
Yeah. Another 6 different people, please read this 6.
Visual modeling,
workflow
workflow
diagram,
diagram,
Mm-hmm.
ER diagram,
Mm-hmm.
WBS.
WBS.
Yeah. Next. Mm-hmm. The next one.
conversion to
Doc
design.
templates and understanding.
Yeah, you all are done. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for reading this out. So you have seen 12 of the different names of business analysis model that we are going to cover very, very soon. Even though we are going to cover that, understand not these are just only 12 business models. There are tons of such business model. We will start with the first one that is from, what was that? Let's see what comes. Excuse. Yeah, excuse me. I'll keep on going on mute in between. My throat is not so healthy. So that's the reason I might go back in mute in between. All right. So the very first one is called as activity diagram. Before I continue to and explain this activity diagram, I have quick question to all of you. How many of you have known or ever seen or ever gone through which is called as flowchart? Say yes if you understand flowchart.
yes,
Yeah, few of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any one of you here who don't understand flowchart? I believe there should not be anyone because people during 60s, if you are born from 60s, then only you may say that you might have not gone through. I know my elders who were born in 70s, they have gone through their during his colleges or say during their board, the flow this flow chart. And even I have gone through in my school's flowchart. So if I have gone through and I knowledge about people born in 70s, 80s, and 60s, they have also gone through. So I can surely say that you all are aware of the flowchart. Why I'm asking you this question? The simple reason is that in most of the activity diagram or in most of the business process model, this is what you are going to find at as a foundation or a reference, or you will be finding it as a reutilizing in the various activity or various business process model. And what is that, everyone, that you will find as a foundation?
Flowchart.
Flowchart.
Chart.
Bang on. That's, you are right. Yes. So here what you see is not exactly flowchart, but it is an activity diagram. Here, simple flow has been crafted of a person who is trying to withdraw some cash from where? What you can see here?
ATM.
ATM.
Exactly. Exactly, you are right. From ATM. So, three level of communication gets established in this activity diagram. Here you will see that any action which starts is in a dot, in a black large dot. But the moment this any action gets terminated or gets over, that gets over in a circle. But the black dot gets a circle around it when it is getting close. All right. So it starts with the black large dot, and when it ends with a uh, it ends with a circle. It ends with the black dot that is in circle. Is it clear, everyone? So far?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, in between, while you are crafting the flow, you need to take some decision. You have to write some decision, okay? Whether it is towards yes or no, valid, invalid, true or false. All such decision will pass through a diamond shape. What shape, everyone?
Diamond shape.
Diamond shape.
Diamond shape.
That's right. It will pass through a diamond shape like this. Okay? That you see here. Can you all see this? Where my mouse is hovering right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is one diamond shape. There is another diamond shape which is not so easily visible. I'll make it visible. And here it is another diamond shape. Here it is another diamond shape. Here, everywhere it is taking decision. Before I proceed further, I really want to quickly announce something. I would recommend every one of you to remain unmuted. Listen very closely. You remain unmuted only if you are not adding any echo. These people can remain unmuted. That's number one. Number two, those who will remain muted, if you think that you cannot contribute into the class, because there are two ways you can contribute. Either you will contribute into the class or you will be contributing where you are sitting. Okay. If you are sitting at home, you will be contributing to your siblings or your relatives or your parents or your spouses or your kids. Okay. If you think that is the more important, you need to contribute there, kindly remain muted. But if you think and firm that yes, I am going to contribute into the class itself, kindly go on muted so that you can interact with us as well. The announcement clear to everyone? Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. So here what you see is that, thank you so much for quick confirmation. What you see here is there are three communication. One goes with customer, another goes with ATM, and third goes with bank. Can you all see that three columns over here, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
brilliant. So what exactly happens? The moment you walk inside, where in the ATM machine, you insert your ATM card. What should happen? The moment you insert the ATM card, it will connect, it will start reading inside the ATM, right? It will read.
Yes.
The moment the reading gets over, it will decide two things. Is it a really valid one or invalid one? So the moment, say for example, instead of an ATM card or credit card or debit card, excuse me, You inserted a visiting card. Will it be readed? Will it be readable?
No.
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 No. And
No,
if it is
invalid.
not, yeah, of course, it will be accepted as an invalid card. And if it is invalid card, what ATM will respond? ATM will know, and it will respond as respond or take action, or the call will be to eject it. The moment it will eject, it will come out to you. You will take the card and move further. What if it is valid card? Then you will be asked to enter the PIN.
PIN
Okay.
number, yeah.
Yep. The moment you will enter the PIN, ATM will connect you with the bank to authorize it to check in the database whether it is the right PIN or wrong PIN. The moment it is invalid PIN, what happens? It will take a decision not to proceed further, and it will give a command to ATM, hey, move ahead with your decision. This is not a valid one. ATM decide to vomit the card. It will just let you, it will eject the card, and it will be coming out to you, and you will take the card. The process will be terminated. With me so far, everyone? The two
Yes.
scenarios you have
Yes.
seen.
Yes.
Goes valid, what should happen? You will be asked to enter the amount because you have put for cash withdrawal. Okay. So you enter the amount, but the amount cannot be disbursed directly. Now ATM will again connect you with the bank, asking a bank to pull that amount. But before pulling, allow me to check whether balance is there or not. So it check for the balances. Is it the sufficient balance or insufficient? The moment it sees that it is insufficient, it gives command back to ATM machine. Okay. And it shows the available balance and thereby eject the card, and it comes out to you. You take that card and the process gets closed. What if even balance is there? If the balance is there, then two parallel process will happen. Okay. And for the parallel process, you will see the thick line in between. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So for parallel process, one, the money gets out, money gets dispensed in the slot, in the money slot, as well as there is one parallel process that will be happening inside the bank, that is the debiting of the amount. Okay. So the moment both the process gets placed, now what will happen? Um, your available balance will be seen on the in the ATM, and then the ATM will come out, and then you can take the card. The process will get over. So here in the 3 ways or 4 ways, you are exiting out of the process, or you are completing the process. Is it understood, everyone, how it happened? The entire
Yes.
process?
Yeah.
Because now you have understood this, okay? Any question around it before we proceed further? Anyone?
No.
Okay. If you don't have any question, there is a said assignment over here for you, okay? And that you need to submit it till next week. What is that assignment? Like here you have undergone this cash withdrawal activity diagram. You have to come with cash deposit activity diagram. Is it clear, everyone, the assignment?
Yes.
Okay. So where you will be depositing, where you will be submitting this cash deposit activity diagram? Of course, in the WhatsApp group. Many of you tend to submit it in person. Trust me, those gets lost into the tons of the messages I continue to receive from many people. Okay. So if it gets lost, you will feel bad that I have not even responded. Okay. So depending upon the timing, few may get response, few may not. Okay. And but group is the place where every time I see that what is happening inside it. Okay. And I continue to respond there. So please submit your assignment into the group only. You have a week of time. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. Any question around the assignment further before we proceed
So
further?
By next Sunday, we need to submit the assignment?
Yeah,
Or before that?
before that also you can submit, but yeah, maximum limit time is the Sunday.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
And will you be able to complete everyone before Sunday? Is it enough time for you to draw this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you
Okay.
please
Anyone
repeat
who
the question
understand
one
you
more
have,
time, please?
could you repeat?
Yes.
Can you please repeat the questions one more time? Exact
Ah,
question.
okay. It's not question, it's a
Yeah,
simple
it's okay.
statement.
Assignment. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the assignment is that, like you have understood the cash deposit diagram, activity diagram. Likewise, we are going to submit the cash withdrawal diagram. You have understood activity diagram. We have to deposit what? Cash deposit diagram. We have to submit cash deposit diagram as a part of assignment. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
So, excuse me. So it's from withdrawal from the ATM as well.
Yeah. So
Deposit to the ATM. Yes. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So withdrawal is from dispensing machine and
Mhm.
deposit in the CDM. That's the cash deposit machine. Okay.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
all or most both the ATMs function in the similar manner.
Mm.
Okay. Nowadays, ATM, when you give the command to deposit, it gets deposited. It asks for the currency and all, and sometime you need to mention denomination. And for cash withdrawal, I have already explained in this process. Any further question, guys, in the assignment? So I'll take this silence as a no. Thank you so much. So first one was activity diagram. The second one, which cannot be just all the time, dependency of the or say the reference of the flow chart. But this diagram you often see. In fact, this diagram you have seen today as well. This will be helpful to lay out some good process. That's number one. It will be helping you to do some good brainstorming, and third, to lay out some detailed plan or some discussion with your client. And this is called as, what do you know? This is called as mind map. What it is called as, everyone?
Mind
Mind map.
In the mind map, you find there is a central idea. And with this central idea, there could be the multiple popping branches, okay? To which some extent you can call it as a node, okay? Central idea and the nodes. And these nodes will have the various sub branches, or say the sub nodes. And it will continue to expand more you get into the in depth of the thinking. Such mind map, when you have seen today. Have you seen today such mind map? Everyone? Before this, have you ever seen such mind
Yeah,
map?
the code of
Yes,
conduct
code
has
of conduct.
Great focus. Good. I really appreciate that, whoever said that. Thank you so much. Yes, we started with the code of honor. That was the example of mind map. Thank you so much for remembering that and focusing well. Okay. Yeah. So any question around mind map? Any question around mind map, guys? No? So
No.
this is self-explanatory. Start thinking and start expanding. That will be part of mind map. Mind map has been recently accepted in the industry, but I remember until 2006 or 7, not everyone was aware of what mind map used to be. Industry was not aware. Very less few percentage of people were utilizing the mind map. I remember that to answer a few questions in the interviews, when I used to see that I utilize mind map, then interview used to be amazed at what it is. Just explain me. Okay. But now it has become more and more and more popular. Okay. From I think 2010, everyone started knowing, but up to 2006-7, it was known by very less people. Okay. So with any question with mind map? If not, let's go to the another one, to which we call it as this product roadmap. It's a simple timeline. Okay. This is a simple timeline presentation. Okay. Where, say, for example, this is product roadmap, and here the tool, which is called as Salesforce. What it is called, everyone?
Salesforce.
Yeah, Salesforce in an existing application has to be integrated, and there are 5 different types of team are involved working in this integration part. So what we come up with one timeline for a year where we will be making sure every team gets involved in the various activity. And this is the rectangular presentation and with the 4 columns and 5 rows where team is involved and the timelines are involved. You are going to present that how the Salesforce integration will continue to be completed. So here for quarter 1 and quarter 2, team 1 will be focusing on the Salesforce integration. Let's understand with quarter 1 only. So in quarter 1, the active teams will be team 1, team 3, and team 4. Their job is to start with Salesforce integration. Look at there is one existing app, which is the Quip Live app. And they will also see that how Google Hangouts chat are integrated. Plus, they will make sure that draw.io from Google will import functionality will be functioning. In the quarter 2, team 1 will continue to perform the way it is. Now, team 2 will activate and they will make sure that org chart automation work is in place. Okay. We are not getting more into the technicality of it, but I'm just trying to bring your attention towards understanding that how the roadmap or the timeline has been moving and crossing every team's activity. Okay. And apart from team 2, now team 4 will be starting their activity with knowing KMS. KMS what? It is that key management system. They will be focusing towards managing the app. And in the quarter 3, what will be happening? We will attempt to sales industry solution with team 1. Team 2 will attempt data linking automation. It does not have to be successful, but make sure the admin control is active, advanced admin control, and team 3 will be responsible for that in quarter 3. In quarter 4, we will attempt to bring the enterprise level of solution for the Quip app. Okay. In quarter 3, team 4 will continue to work towards key management system. There will be further integration in the Q4, and team 4 will be responsible for that. That is the Lucid Chart API development. Okay. What is Lucid Chart? We will be looking at it in a while. And also in team 5 will be responsible in quarter 3 and quarter 4 for tablet annotation and drawing. This was something technical, came as a Salesforce administration, and the terminology which I have used, not necessary you need to know each and everything. What is Quip? What is KMS? What is data linking automation and all? You have to know how a timeline is getting maintained under product roadmap. Okay. So this is how you are going to define. Any question around it? A simple
what are-
represent. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the quarters, like what months do we consider as Q1 and Q2?
Okay. So can someone answer what do we consider? What should we consider in Q1? Anyone
Each
would
quarter
like?
contains
Quarter
3 months,
month.
right?
Months.
Quarter months, like 4 months.
Each quarter has
3
3
months.
months.
And how it will start? Can someone give example?
First quarter
Jan
would
to
be
March.
January,
Jan,
February,
Feb,
March,
March.
Yes. So
and
3
quarter
months.
2 will be after that.
April to
10
June.
months.
Yeah, so it starts with Jan, Feb, March. You are right. It is always 3 months of the quarter. There will be 4 quarters. Okay, in the segment of 3 months, starting with JFM, then April, May, June, then July, August, September, and the last quarter is October, November, December. Did I answer your question?
Yes, thanks.
Sorry, what if the project
done.
didn't start in January?
Provided it is starting in January. Yeah, that's the
Okay.
reason here. Q1 is always referred as JFM, that is January, February, March.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, whenever it is mentioning Q1, so it is yeah, somewhere tricky in the as per the financial year. Sometimes it starts with April as well. April, May, June. That is your Q1. And JFM become based on the financial year in some country, it becomes JFM as the 4th quarter. That is January, February, March. Okay, depends upon the company to company and country as well. Okay,
Yeah.
got it? Can we
Yes,
move
thank
further?
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
The another level of the analysis, or the say that process analysis, is quite very important, and many of you have done so. Give me a sec. Yeah. So yeah, sorry, I was on mute. So the another process is very important, which is called as SWOT analysis. Have you heard of this? SWOT
Yes.
analysis?
Yes. No.
So any decision, okay, few of you have not heard, let me bring that in front of you. Any process that before incorporation or before in existence, you need to do the thorough check of it. And when you perform thorough check, you will look for that decisions, what are the strength of it, what weakness it may bring on the table, what opportunities it may create on the table, and by applying this, are we having any threats around it? So such detailed level of analysis will be called as SWOT analysis. What it will be called as, everyone?
SWOT
SWOT
analysis.
analysis.
Yeah. The full form of SWOT is the strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. Okay. There's a simple expansion of each item in the every quadrant that will lead you to the right result. The moment you know there are weaknesses more, strength less, threats more, opportunities less, you are not going to apply that. The moment you see that strengths are more, opportunities are more, weakness are less, threats are none, you may go ahead, you can apply such decision. The moment you see that against every threat, what opportunity it is creating, building more and more, and you are capable of doing that, you can implement such decision. Provided the weaknesses are very less and uh, none. I mean, that's the reason you can go ahead and apply that. That will come under SWOT analysis. Any question around it, guys?
No.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So before we move further, let me quickly bring to the another diagram, which is called as process flow diagram. What it is called as, everyone?
Process
Process
flow.
flow diagram.
Yeah. This is the another representation where, one customer walks in for, some sales, and the person in the store is a frequent visitor. And that's the reason uh, this store issue them sometime credit note, debit note, and based on the credit note or debit note, they complete the sales processes. Okay. But before sometime what happens, the existing customers are called upon as well. So here you see that there are fourth category. One customer, the another row is the sales, then there is management row, and there is the credit department as well. Again, the foundation is what? Foundation is a flow chart. You see that first sales call is initiated to the customer. Okay. And customer in the past or regular buys a product. Okay. Such customers are given a credit form. Okay. So some action happens from your end towards the customer that will generally get into these shape. Okay. And some action performed internally, those will go inside simple rectangular shape. Okay. And if you are doing some action item for others, okay, they will be generating this shape. Okay. So this will be defining the processes. The credit form is so what happens? Sales call is made. A customer is the frequent buyer. He buys the product. So he is generated with the credit form, and such order forms, forms entry happens and generates the order entry, and thereby order form continues to appear. Okay. And such order forms are pre-approved by the management. Okay. And if it is pre-approved, what exactly happens? Based on this, the decisions are made. Okay. If they have if they are the frequent buyer, do they have the enough of the credit to buy another item? Can they use that order form to buy further, do the further shopping? Few are made, blacklisted based on their behavior as well due to some reason. It is totally on the sales department to go ahead and later to approve such credit or not. Okay. And what happens based on if does not apply in the credit criteria, even the order form is generated, you can take a call of not approving such sales. But what if credit is valid? You can move ahead and you can do shopping and you can get the credit after the credit department checks your credibility, and they provide you some receivable amount is there or vouchers is there so that you can continue to do shop if it is in the balance. What if it is not in the balance? Then again it will go for the credit check and see whether if you have less balance the sales will not go through. Okay. What if it is? Then uh, how much of the credit you are willing to have? Such credit note is issued to you. Okay. And uh, wait a second, let me see if anything I'm missing over here. Okay, so here you see that credit note is issued. You calculate the credit terms. Terms also gets approved and thereby it goes toward the sales approval. So here every process is designed. Okay. So if process has to be designed, it will undergo through the process flow diagram. Not necessarily every time you need to create this flow diagram, process flow diagram. But if you are expanding any process, you need to remember the start point of any process flow is this oval. Can you see that, everyone? This type of
Yes.
node will be as your start point, and this type of similar uh, similar icon will be the point of ending also be there. Okay. In between, if you find that still you need to make some decision, such decisions will be taken into diamond shape again. The same formula will the same process or the same decisions are go through will be made through using yes no decision, true false decision, valid invalid decision. Okay. To go ahead with this or not, that will come under this diamond box only. Okay, any question around it, guys? Understanding the nodes and all, the shape of these icons. Whenever you are designing a process, if you are emphasizing towards the expansion of the process flow, you can choose such style of designing the process flow. But doesn't mean that you cannot apply the activity diagram or so. Clear? Can I move to the another slide?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. So before I begin to another slide, generally Prerna is interested to conduct that. Let me ask Prerna. Prerna, you are there? Do you want to take this slide? Let me check with Prerna if she is willing to. Prerna, if you can hear me and just check if you are not talking on mute.
Hi, Gaurav. I have a question.
Yeah, go
Hello.
ahead.
Yeah.
So these flow charts, like all these diagrams that we are looking at right now. So I just wanted to know, like, at which point of time are we gonna work on these? Like, is it
I'll tell you.
after the client meeting?
I'll tell you. So just hold for a day.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Prerna, do you want to take this or should I
Yeah.
continue to go ahead?
No, I'll take this one. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
Yes. So right now we are trying to learn all the different types of diagrams. And the question that you recently asked, I'll just give you a brief about it. Gaurav can also, elaborate later. Depending on organization and client requirement, that time we kind of, prepare the diagram. So if you may ask, like, exactly at what, during what phase. So during the requirement gathering process, when we are on towards the preparation of a business requirement document. So that time some of the requirements or some of the functionality, that time you may prepare this kind of document. But now the specific one which I'm trying to show you right now, give me a second. Yeah, specifically this diagram, that is fishbone diagram. This has a very specific meaning. This is a root cause diagram. So that means this diagram is prepared to find out the issue or the problem whenever it arises. Okay, so let me explain you this diagram. It's a very interesting and very easy to understand diagram, as well as it has a very good potential to find out any issue. So here, if we can see, first of all, the shape looks like a fish, right? Everybody agrees to that? Yes. Can you see
Yes.
visual representation like a typical, maybe a first grader drawing of a fish? Yeah. So that's why it is called as a fish diagram. And here, if you can see, there are, some points mentioned, the text mentioned, like what is the issue? Yeah. So what is the problem and what are the right side? In one of the circle, we have mentioned a problem. So now we know that there is any issue or problem in maybe an organization or while you're working, then how to find the cause of the problem or root of the problem, right? How you can resolve the problem once you know how the problem is arising, right? So here there are some parameters on that, on basis of that, we try to find the cause of the issue. Okay, I'll give you what is the issue. Issue means, for example, you're working in per se a soap manufacturing organization, and you find out that some of the while packaging, some of the packaging of the soap boxes do not contain soap in it. Okay, now that's a problem. In IT perspective, we can say that some functionality that was promised by the development team, that maybe, for example, add to cart, if you consider Amazon, so add to cart a particular item and then buy that. So that functionality, the development team had said it is working, but when you try that at, from your side, you are not able to add any particular item in the cart. It's not happening. They're giving some error. Now, this is an issue, okay? If I have to call it, just for example. Now, how do we find the cause, or what are the factors or those are contributing to this issue, okay? So here, if you see, can 6 different people read out the 6 text or words, sorry, mentioned in the rectangular boxes? Yes?
Environment.
People.
Equipment.
Yes.
Management.
Materials.
Process.
Sorry. Materials. Okay, you said materials. Fine. So here, if you see, there, in this particular fishbone diagram, we have given this 6 categories or 6 ways or 6 factors that can lead to the problem. Okay, this is a hypothetical situation, and in this situation, we have taken these 6 factors in. Sorry, in real life, there can be furthermore more issues which are contributing to such problem that we can find out. Right now, for our understanding, what we have to focus is, I was telling you that let's take the example of the soap cover, right? Soap packaging. So we get the soap box without any soap in it. Now that's a problem. Let's start how it can be dealt with. First is environment. Environment means wherever the machinery is kept in the factory, or whatever the setup of the machinery is, that might be faulty. Like, the setup that they do, the tools and setting that they do, on and off switch buttons, those might be there might be some issue. Now, this is a hypothetical example, so try to just understand and go with the flow. The real life examples are different, but this is just for your understanding purpose. The second question is, So the second parameter or factor is people. Okay. Now there might be some employees which are, I'm sorry, which are not giving due attention, which are not handling the machinery properly, or which are not giving, attention to the process of packaging. Hence, some of the boxes are going empty. Okay, just or they are just taking unnecessary breaks, or they are not available or present while the packaging is happening, and that's why they are missing it. Now, the third is equipment. Okay, the machinery that we have, it can also be faulty. Okay, it might not be waiting for the soap to enter into the whatever, into the cover or things like it. Just understand that it can be faulty, it is not working properly. How management, okay? How the management comes in the picture. If management do not approve of the proper amount to buy a good machinery or buy the latest machinery, then this problem can arise. If management was supportive, if management was understanding that okay, this task would need this kind of latest machinery, and they would have given the budgets, this issue would not have approved. So management is one of the factors. Second is materials, be the box quality or maybe the raw material used in that may have an effect, that that maybe some of the boxes are, some of the soaps are not fitting, or I know it's a very different example, but I want you to visualize it because this example kind of fits in. I'm sorry for the in between breaks. And then the last and important is process. Okay, see, there might be a chance that for this particular operation of getting the soaps into the boxes, there has to be some processes, and those are being not followed properly. So, long story short, you can take any typical issue in your organization and you can try to find out the factors contributing. Now, here, I'm sorry. Here we have identified these factors and now we are trying to backtrack them or reverse engineer them. Like, okay, why this has happened? So that kind of gives you a very clear understanding. Now, here, if you may see, every cause also has a sub cause. Okay. Now, when we say people, there can be not all the employees, but people who are kind of at the packaging department, they might be neglecting, or people who from management, people who assign the authority for budget, they might be at the fault. So this is a very simple example, but just to make you understand that this allows us to uh, you know know what can be the features. Now, in this scenario, we can also take an example of, okay, we are trying to, check our newly developed website, and that website is not opening. The 404, error is coming. So how that can come? So again, the same parameter, the people developing that, the machinery software used to develop that application, or the environment that we had for development that was not conducive or it was not proper. So there can be multiple scenarios, multiple causes that may contribute to the issue. And in with the help of this diagram, we can find, we can try to find those causes. Makes sense? Any doubt in this diagram? Like, do you feel you have something in your mind that is still not clear? Yeah, guys, go ahead. Any doubt?
So, Prerna, just a question. Like this fish diagram, it's showing what do you say that? Element or causes?
Causes, I would
Okay,
say. Yeah,
causes.
causes.
So it
Yeah.
could be like different according to the different
Yes.
business, and it could be more or
Can
less.
have a bigger fish, smaller fish, depending on the factors contributing to the cause. That's why I'm saying it's a protocol. It's just a template. Tomorrow in your organization, if you feel that sorry, that there can be multiple furthermore causes. See, the causes can be weather. for example, okay, weather. So if weather is not supportive, there is a flood and there is some, issue, then that can also contribute. See, I'm just giving you a hypothetical example. In real life, you will have a very practical, realistic, examples wherein you can actually understand by your own that these are the factors of production, these are the factors of this issue, and how to go and backtrack then indeed.
Mhm.
Yeah, makes sense. And
Yeah.
thank you for the
Yes.
question. It's a practical one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Yeah. Yeah. If no, Gaurav, we can move to the next slide then. Yes. These are some of the very simple and interesting, uh, I would say, you know, signages or symbols that we use in diagrams. So give me a second. Yeah. So for understanding process flow diagram, by the way, it's a very simple and easy to understand topic. What it says, whatever your process is, its flow, you show it diagrammatically. Now you may ask, what is a process flow? Okay, so I will tell you to switch on your computer and to check your mail. There is some process for that, right? Can somebody tell me what is the process to access your mails on your laptop? How do you do that? Assuming your laptop is shut and you are starting it and doing it. Give me some brief steps.
First, we need to log into the computer using our password. Then,
Right.
then go to, for example, if you want to go to the Gmail, then you have to type in the user ID and password to get in the Gmail
Mhm.
ID.
Right. Thank you so much. Very simple. First of all, switch on your laptop. Second, log in into the laptop. Third, go to any particular browser. You might be using Chrome or other. I don't know people still use Hotmail or not, but I generally have Chrome and Firefox. So that, and then log in to your Gmail and then access. Okay. Basically, 3 4 steps. So imagine if your application is little bigger and it has a lot of flows, and then you prepare a process flow diagram. Now you had only 4 steps. In other diagram, you might have more, right? That's why we don't prepare a process flow diagram. So can someone read those 4 texts mentioned below process flow diagram, please? Yeah, I need
A
4
process
different
flow
people.
diagram is a diagram / visual representation to indicate the flow of processes.
Each step in the sequence is noted within a diagram shape.
Steps are linked by connecting lines and directional arrows.
This allows to view the flowchart and logically follow the process from beginning to end.
Thank you so much for reading. So now here we see they're saying that we get to understand the process from beginning to end, and it also shows the flow of the process. Okay, that's what we just understood. Now, how we show that? Can you see some symbols or some designs,
Yes,
on
yes.
the right hand side? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. The text is visible to you.
Yes.
Yeah, can you read that?
Yes.
Yeah. So 5 more different people. Can you just read the name of the symbol and the function? Yeah, go ahead. Everybody would understand.
Start end, an oval represents a start or end point.
Perfect. So let me intervene. Whenever we start any particular process, it starts with this side. Okay. So it is an oval, and then it indicates that okay, you're starting your process. That's one. It's an important and easiest one. Second,
arrows. A line is a
Mhm.
connector that shows
Mhm.
relationships between the representative ships.
Okay. So now we have these arrows. They show the relationships between the different functionalities or the processes that you're having. Okay. So basically, these are also called as connectors. Like even in school, when you were drawing something, you used to have point arrows. That okay, this is this. Like I remember, during my school time, we have this extremely difficult yet very beautiful diagram or diagram only of the heart. Okay, human heart, not the easiest one that we make with two ovals. No, the actual heart with all the pipes and all the veins. Okay, so that time while you show all the parts of the heart or the veins or whatever the naming convention, we always used to have a pointer, this flow that we have arrow. So same arrow concept we also use in the flow diagram. Okay, next is
Input or output. A parallelogram represents input or output.
sorry, input or output. Okay. Now you may ask, what is an input or output? Input and output is quite simple. Like for example, I just give you the example to check your Gmail. So that for that input was first of all log into your computer. That was input your username and password of the computer, and then input your username and password of sorry, of Gmail. Okay. So when you put all these credentials as input, and then output is you can see your Gmail opening and checking your mails. Get your point? Get this point, guys. In means whatever you're providing, and that would give an output. So that we mention in a parallelogram. Next.
Process. A rectangle represents a process.
Yes. Now, in this entire process, we can call this our example, we can call this as login into Gmail. So now this is one process. Okay. Login into laptop. Now that's different process. Okay. It's a very simple and basic example I've taken, so there can be no confusion in your mind. So, but in organizations, there can be multiple flows and multiple, decision boxes and stuff like that. Okay. The last one is decision box. Can you just elaborate that? Yeah. The
Decision. A
diamond shape.
diamond indicates a decision.
Yes. So it is allowed, it is kind of given to make decision. So decision can be if you are inputting your Gmail password correctly. If it is a yes, then you are able to check your mails. If you are putting in wrong email ID and password, then it is a no. Then you won't be access to your Gmail, right? So this way they have given the question alternate, responses. If it is right, if the input is right, yes, then you can go ahead. If it is wrong, then no, you have to stop there. So now you see these are all symbols new for you, but they are very basic and very I would say frequent that will come in going ahead, and then we will get used to it. I know they might look little different except arrow. These are the different notations, but that's okay. It's something new that you can understand and implement very soon. I'll just request different people to read the 6 steps involved in the business process of a diagram.
Steps to making a business process flow diagram. First, determine the main components of the process.
Okay. So now in this our login process, we have to understand what are the components. The components were like user, laptop, and the login credentials. Very simple. Yeah. Next.
Order the activities.
Order the activities. Yes, I was. That's the reason I asked, like, what is the process to log in, right? So it has to go in order. It has to go in flow. You can't. I'm sorry. You cannot skip anything. You have to just go, like first. Unless you start your laptop, you won't be logging into your Gmail, right? Just to plug your laptop charger, start your laptop. enter your credentials there and then get into your Gmail. Okay, so these are the steps, if you may have called it that way. Next point.
Choose the
The
correct
correct
symbol
symbol
for
for each
each
activity.
activity.
Yes, this is important. So while you're making decisions, please use symbols. Whenever you have any connectors, please use arrows. So, you have this set of symbols provided to you. Use them wisely and correctly in your flow diagram. Okay. Next.
Make the connection between the activities.
Yes. Now that's why the connector is given. Like, you may ask why we need the connection. What are we talking about? So see, any activity that we do that has a flow. Even when you make simple tea, that has a flow, right? You boil the water. In my case, I boil the milk and little bit water. So then you add whatever ingredients that you want. Currently, we are just having a lot of ginger thanks to the cold and cough and weather here. So, you can add as per your liking. You can add cardamom, you can add cinnamon, depending what you like. So, this is all entirely in process and in order. Okay. You don't put sugar directly in water and start boiling. You add other ingredients, and towards the end, you may add sugar, jaggery, or maybe nothing that adds up to you. So, same way, your activities also should be in order and should be in a format. So that will help you to understand the flow. Yeah. Next point.
Indicate the beginning and end of the process.
Yes, that is with the oval symbol that we just learned. Yeah. Next.
Review your business process diagram.
Review your business process diagram. Yeah. So once you prepare this diagram, you have to check it that, okay, have I missed on any of the particular functionality? Am I having all the activities mentioned? So this is a learning curve for you guys. This is something new and very interesting. Again, it is organization to organization that which all documents you can prepare or not. But it's always good to know that there are this kind of documents and that you can work on it. Right? Yeah. Any doubts in this?
No.
I know it's a little more and different to digest for today, but I take your time, sink in, rewatch this video, and try to understand more. And then maybe if you have any doubts in going ahead, we can have in the next session. Yeah. Gaurav, is it okay if you take the next slide
Yeah,
onwards?
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take that. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're welcome. So yes, guys, so let me quickly bring the another slide for you. Just give me a second. Yeah. So what you were just going through process flow diagram, although the diagram we have seen well beforehand. Mm, So now the another one which is going to come before we talk about that. Yeah, I want you to. Okay, yeah. Let me quickly reshare the screen with you all. Yeah. So what next we are going to look at is called as workflow diagram. Using this workflow diagram, we are going to go through what happened when in the system some issue appears. You are designing something, you have given it to coders, they coded, they designed, and they claim that it is working now. And you pass it to the team who is ready to test it, to break it, whether it is working as per requirement or not. And they encounter some flaw. They will report it to the developer. Do you understand so far what I said, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. And when they report it, they will either report it as an error, as a bug, incident, or defect. Okay. Defect in anything. So such elements are one in a all. It is categorized under defect. Okay. You understand what I said just now? Say yes if you understand what I say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, this defect will follow some processes. Okay. And before it goes to developer for fixing it up, it will follow certain processes. It will get into the flow, and how it come out of a flow, how it is reported, and how it gets sorted and closed, that we are going to look at, okay, using this diagram, which is called as workflow diagram. What it is called as, everyone?
Workflow
Workflow
diagram.
diagram.
Yes, exactly. So we are going to look at not only just workflow diagram, also we are going to look at a defect life cycle, or say bug life cycle. Okay, so that you will understand as a product owner or as a business analyst or a scrum master, any issue which exists in the system, how you even need to report, then how it will get sorted. So can I share that with your all permission? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So let me share that with you all. Here you see is a workflow diagram. So what happens? Again, the foundation is what of this diagram?
Flowchart.
Flowchart. Okay, some element we refer or inherit from the flowchart itself. So anyone finds a defect, okay, then its status will become what? What is the first status, everyone? New.
New.
Yeah. The status of all the such defects will be new. But before it goes to the development project manager will analyze this defect on various criteria. Okay. He checks, dev manager will check, is it a valid defect or invalid one? The moment he finds it is invalid, he will then and there reject with the comment. Okay. What if he finds whether the defect is valid or not, and he says that it is valid, then he further check whether it was the requirement of the client, or it is just self-generated, or means it is not even in scope, even client is not worried about it, client does not want it, and you reported it. If it is going to be such defect, he will mark it as a defer, or she will mark it as a defer, that they are not going to work as of now. But what if they find that it is still in scope, client wants it? What they will do? They will check of the duplicacy. They will say, see if anyone else have reported it, apart from in the testing team, if BA has reported, or product owner himself has reported, or any developer himself has reported, or anyone else have reported. They find if it is a duplicate, it has been already reported, it will be also reject, but the status will change it to duplicate. Okay, so these are all referring that whether it is rejected, deferred, or duplicate, they are not going to work on that particular ticket. With me so far?
Yes.
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 What if that passes through all these criteria? This is one, valid defect, two, under scope as well, and three, it has never been raised. If it has never been raised, now they have no choice, but they have to accept it and pass it to the developer. Okay. And this will be assigned to developer. This will be assigned to whom, everyone?
To the developer.
Developer who has generated, created, or designed this particular component, theme, or the flow, or the say functionality. So that will be reported to him. The moment it will be assigned, the status will change from new to assigned. What it will be changed?
Assigned.
Assigned. And once it is accepted by the developer, he will change the status to in progress. What will be the next status, everyone?
In
Progress.
And he will start working on it, and one fine day or a few hours later, he decides that he will fix it. He will mark it resolved. He will mark it as what?
Resolved.
Resolved. So either it will be resolved or fixed. Anything you may see in depending upon the system and company. Okay. Not necessary you will see just fixed or you will see resolved. It can be anything. Either status will be fixed or resolved. And the moment it is resolved or fixed, it is again passed back to the one who has reported. Whether it is tester or anyone else, it will be passed to the person who is the creator of the defect or say the incident. It will be assigned back to the reporter. To whom it will be assigned? Everyone?
The reporter.
To the reporter.
The one who identified the
Exactly, you're right. And the moment reporter sees it, he again go back and retest it. What does he do? After he receives it, retest it and finds whether it is still working or not. If it is still not working, then he will mark it back to the reopen. What will be the status once it is not working?
Reopen.
Reopen and will assign back to the developer. And developer follow the same process. Again, it will come to the reporter who has reported it, who has identified the ticket. And this time, if they find it, it is good to go, it is working as expected, they will mark it as a closed. Okay, so what will be the final status of the incident?
Closed.
Closed. So it all start from new, and then it can be the rejected, deferred, or duplicate, or if accepted, it will be uh, assigned to developer, then developer marks it in progress, then he fix or resolve it, and then it will go back to uh, tester for closure. Either it can be closed or reopened. Once reopened, it will follow back the same process from developer to mark it in progress and then fix, and then again comes back to the reporter. So is it clear? This is called as bug life cycle depicted under workflow diagram. Is it clear, everyone? Any question around it?
Gaurav, I have a question. Could you just elaborate a little more on rejected and deferred?
Oh, yeah. So deferred is something, okay, what you have reported is the valid one. Okay, we accept that it should be done. But as of now, customer does not want. Say, for example, you decided that the project will get over in the sprint 4, and every sprint is going for 4 weeks. How many weeks?
4 weeks.
4 weeks. 4 weeks or 5 weeks, say a month, right? Not 5 weeks, it will be always 4 weeks. It means the 1 month. And you decide that this is a 4 months long project. And you see that this is the valid scope. Urgency is not needed right now. Customer may come back on this, okay? But as of now, there is no such scenario when customer will come back and they will ask, okay, I need this, such kind of things to work. Say, for example, I want to give you one bank came to you and they say that, okay, we are a large bank and we are expanding. We want you to develop one software for us, mobile banking software. Excuse me. And they are focused on core banking processes. However, this bank is active in insurance as well. So they sell insurance product as well. But they are thinking that after 3 years, they will be start working on it. And this is known to everyone. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the reporter identifies that there is a no point where, the new node of finding the insurance product is working. Okay. He had heard somewhere that, okay, finding an insurance product will be upcoming module, but he missed that it is going to come on after 3 years or something customer will agree upon. So he says that he reports, okay, finding insurance product option is not available in the system, and he reports that. Dev manager sees that and says, he smiles and say, okay, so looks like there is a misinformation, but again, it is going to be a valid one. Let's park it for the future. The future could be without any date. Okay. So he does not mark it reject, but he will accept and keep it as a deferred whenever find it. Rejected is that it is not valid at all. This is working as, say, for example, due to some cache memory, some functionality working. Say, for example, there is a drop-down box. In the drop-down box, there are four different options. Okay. One option is San Diego. The another option is Carolina. Third option is Washington, or blah, blah, blah. Like 4 options are there. But the moment he click on that drop down, he just sees San Diego, San Diego, San Diego, San Diego everywhere. All the 4 options as San Diego. He reports it. It could be the issue with the visibility. It is just happening to that particular user. And when developer sees that at his machine, it doesn't happen. He looks at other person's machine, it doesn't happen. Then he can reject. Okay, please clean the cache and recheck. Or he says that, okay, this is not a what you have reported, can you recheck and provide more proof? Proof could be the GIF or video created out of it, and then select. He doesn't find that it is not working for him. It was working. So he puts some comment, rejected and assigned back to the reporter.
Okay.
You got it? The difference between
Yes.
rejected and deferred? Yeah.
Yes,
Awesome.
thank you.
You're welcome. Any question further, guys? Okay. So till now, workflow diagram. Tomorrow we will be looking at few more diagrams and some documentation that would be required. And someone had asked the question to which I answered that I'll be telling you tomorrow most of the time. Was it you, Durga, who had asked the question? Who had asked the question where we will use this diagram?
It was me, Ishita.
Okay, Ishita. Okay, so Ishita, to answer your question, we will be looking at those documents in which this will these all diagram may get embedded. So those what all those documents are there, that we are going to look at it tomorrow. Okay, Ishita?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So these will become the part of diagram, and also we know the user stories and all. So sometime this will become the part of user stories too. So how we will be explaining and exploring together in the next session, that is tomorrow. Any question around it, guys? Now there is the, I'll take this as a no. And now this is time to, reiterating attendance. There is a different way to attendance. And for that very reason, I'm going to bring this, screen in front of you. And I would ask you one question in front of you that you need to answer it together. And personally, I'm going to review that. And it is going to be the question. Question is this. Okay, what is the question? Let me quickly ask you. Okay, can you all see the group over here, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are part of this group. Okay, and I'm going to ask a question over here. Okay, and the question is this. You all read it now? Okay. So what do you feel like saying? This question you need to answer now. And everyone, one word that comes in your mind. And with that, what do you feel that you need to write it over here, post it in WhatsApp group. I'll see who all were listening till the end, who all were the presented 100%. I'll personally review them, and your even the attendance will be tracked. All right.
Did
With
you
this
say
note,
one word or one sentence?
one word that you feel like saying, and anything that you remember from the, you don't have to be much more elaborated. Okay, just one word will be enough. Okay, it's all up to you how you are feeling. Okay, go ahead, no restriction. All right, thank you so much everyone for your participation. Let me review everyone's comment and track their attendance. Thank you so much. Bye bye, good night. We'll talk to you again on Monday.
Good
Bye.
night.
Bye,
Thank
thank you. Good
you.
Bye.
night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.